We drink it every day. We play in it. We wash with it. Fresh, clean water is an important part of our daily lives.
Clean water without taste and odor is vitally important to a community like Tulsa. It's important to its citizens, it's important to its industry, it's important to the surrounding communities.
Since the early 20s, Tulsa has been very proud of its water. We've had an extremely high quality, wonderful source of water, and we are trying our best to maintain that water quality.
Tulsa and many surrounding towns get water from 3 lakes, Spavinaw, Uchee, and Oologah. Water from those lakes flows to Tulsa through giant pipes and ends up at one of Tulsa's 2 water plants. There's the Mohawk plant on Tulsa's north side that cleans water from Lake Spavinaw and Uchee. It was built back in the 1920s, but was recently reconstructed with modern equipment. The A.B. Jewell plant in East Tulsa was built in 1972, and it treats water from Lake Oologah. On this map, the Tulsa neighborhoods shown in yellow get water from Mohawk. The blue area gets water from A.B. Jewell. The green section gets water from both plants. Both of Tulsa's water treatment plants work the same way. Water from source lakes flows into large reservoirs outside the plants. Water is held here long enough so that clumps of dirt and debris can settle to the bottom. Water plant employees frequently go on the water to gather samples and find out what microorganisms are present. It's important for technicians to know what's in the raw water so it can be better treated. After the big particles of dirt settle, the water is brought into the water treatment plant. Chemicals are added to force the remaining dirt particles to clump together into big pieces so they can be easily filtered out.
Basically, all these chemicals do is make a chain reaction, make the dirt collect together. We want to make that dirt get big and heavy and let the dirt settle out of the water and let it just fall out at a slow process.
The main thing we're getting out of the water is dirt. But in these dirt particles, minute particles and stuff, can be bacteria, can be viruses.
After much of the dirt is removed, the water passes through granular activated carbon filters. These filters are beneath the water where you can't see them. The carbon is similar to what's found in home water filter systems.
We're looking at one of the filters at the Mohawk Water Treatment Plant. And below the surface of the water, we have 5 foot of granular activated carbon on top of a foot of sand. So the water comes in on top of the filter and flows down through these very small spaces in the filter, and it traps any remaining particles that are in the water.
This demonstration shows the effectiveness of carbon filters. When Diet Pepsi is poured through carbon, similar to what the water plants use, the soft drink turns clear. Granular activated carbon takes the coloring out of Diet Pepsi like it removes bacteria from our water. After the water is filtered, a disinfectant is added to remove any remaining bacteria. Then the water is pumped to businesses and homes. And the entire treatment process is always monitored by computers. This high-tech system allows operators to make changes instantly to ensure the highest quality water.
From their computer screens, they can see which pumps are running, they can see how much water we're pumping, they can see where we're adding chemicals and what the chemical dosages are. They can see the quality of the water.
As computers track the water treatment process, technicians in the labs constantly check the chemical and organic levels of the water, including an alkaline test to make sure the water is not too hard. And there are even old-fashioned taste tests. Plant employees drink the water like you would to see if they detect any taste or odor problems. Tulsa's water is consistently cleaner than what's required by the federal government.
Providing the citizens with safe water and a high-quality water is definitely a priority for Tulsa. We've provided a state-of-the-art plant to do that, and we've set our goals very high.
But providing clean water is getting more difficult all the time. Pollution from farms, mostly poultry litter, is getting into source lakes and is the greatest threat to water quality. This increased pollution has forced Tulsa to spend millions of dollars more on treatment to maintain a high level of water quality.
When I got here in January of '84, the water treatment was very easy. It didn't take a lot to it. But over the years, we've seen a slow degradation of the raw water source itself, and the amount of chemicals that we're having to feed the treatment process itself has become far more elaborate.
Removing pollution from drinking water is more difficult and more expensive than ever. But no matter what the cost, the city of Tulsa is committed to providing fresh water to towns across northeastern Oklahoma. There's no other choice, really, because having clean water is important so that we can prosper and grow into the future.
A community has to have a good water quality every time you turn on the tap in order to compete for attraction of major industries.
Many of the communities in northeastern Oklahoma receive their water from Tulsa. So it's vitally important that not only Tulsans, but all the citizens in the surrounding communities and industry can rely on Tulsa as a source of high-quality water without taste and odor.
With the change in our society, people are actually drinking more and more bottled water. The expectation level continues to rise as to what people expect of their water, and we have to meet that demand.
Whenever anybody comes in from out of town, well, the first thing they do, is get a drink of water. If the water tastes bad, that leaves a bad impression on them, and we want anybody that does come to the city of Tulsa to leave here with a positive attitude about the city itself.